Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So today we're going to talk about what comes after. Now, the beginning of this may seem a little weird. Just stick with me. There's a bigger point. We're going to talk about what comes after because I got a message from somebody who apparently saw a video of me on Facebook giving a self-defense course in Cincinnati years ago. I couldn't find the video, but I know the one you're talking about because I don't give a lot of those classes. This video made them curious, and they talked to some people who knew me, and one of them said that in 6 weeks I could teach 12 people the skills they need to truly take America back. And this person was disappointed that I wasn't using this platform to do that. Probably 9 weeks, to be honest. But if you give me an additional week, I can teach them to teach. So each one of those 12 can go and teach 12 and then teach 12. By the 5th generation of that, you have a little less than 250,000 people in the field ready to fight. There are 20 people in the comment section on YouTube that can do the exact same thing. It's not really a rare skill. There's probably an additional 1,000 former 11 Bravos down there who they may not be able to teach people to teach, but they can teach a whole lot more people in those 10 weeks. If you were to add that up, less than a year, more than 5 million people in the field ready to fight. Then what? What comes after? After the Glorious Revolution, of course, the troops are home by Christmas and the good guys win. Then what? If you don't have an answer to that, it means nothing. It was just a bunch of waste. If the systems aren't in place to replace the ones that exist, it means nothing. If people aren't ready for the new ideas, aren't ready to evolve, aren't ready to go further, aren't ready to change the system, you just get the status quo again. That's all there is to it. There's a whole lot of channels out there who use that kind of rhetoric a lot. This channel doesn't. I don't talk like that very often. Imagine what their comment section looks like. How many people below have that skill set? Assuming the Glorious Revolution goes great, how long is it until one of them teaches 12, who teaches 12, who teaches 12? And that just becomes the normal way our government changes. If people are not ready for it, it means nothing. You ask those on the right. There's a whole bunch of people who spend a whole lot of time planning and getting ready for that fight. You ask them what comes after and they say restore the republic. I don't even know what that means. Well, we're not going to have a king. They're going to restore the representative democracy with a federal... What does it mean? They don't know. It's just a slogan. It means nothing. The mission has become about the fight. And when the mission becomes about the fight after the fight, if people aren't actually ideologically motivated, the whole Glorious Revolution is just a scheme to put a new group of people in power. You get the same thing. Different faces. I would prefer that everybody have power, that it become decentralized. And the way to do that is through education. It's through talking about new ideas. That's what will move us forward. And again, it's not a rare skill. You have to wonder why it's not happening on a widespread level with all of the discontent in this country. Why there aren't people out there doing that. A lot of them. It's because anybody who has that skill set, who understands it, knows that we don't want that. Because in real life it isn't glorious. It is dirty, it is nasty, it is ugly. It is not something anybody wants to be a part of. In the United States, with as much stuff as is in civilian hands, it would be devastating. It would go on forever. It would be a lot of loss for no benefit. Because while, yeah, there are a lot of people who are ready for those new ideas, who are ready for a system that doesn't leave people out, there are a whole bunch of people that are clinging to the past and clinging to old ideas. And until those people are reached, it's all for nothing. It is all for nothing. All of that lost, all of that waste would be pointless. We have to get the systems in place first. I would prefer that people spend their time, rather than running around the woods, I would prefer they spend it building community networks, establishing those parallel and redundant systems, embracing the new ideas. That seems much more important to me. I would also point out that that class in Cincinnati, the same day that they participated in mine, they learned about sustainable farming, how to can, how to build mutual networks, or how to build community networks and engage in mutual aid. That crew that was at that class, I met them because they had a network that fed the homeless in Cincinnati, and they had issues with the cops. They weren't out looking to start a revolution, not of the kind that's being talked about. Without the new ideas to back it up, it's not a revolution. It's just a hostile takeover. I don't use that rhetoric, and I will not teach anything offensive because I don't want to convince people that it's necessary. I don't want to be one of the people who makes peaceful revolution impossible, because I know what is inevitable if that happens, and I want no part of it. We have to have the new ideas first. And if we do it right, nobody ever has to teach anybody. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.